Incredible evening after incredible afternoon. Incredible evening afternoon. Cut. Take two. Incredible evening, everyone. Oh man. All right, hold on. All right. Let me that was funny. All right, hold on. I have to always edit the privacy so that I can see you guys' questions from um my regular Facebook. Hold on. I'm trying to change my privacy on this. All right, but wow, I mean that's a secondary page. So, alrighty, why is it not logging in? I have no idea what's going on. Alrighty. There we go. Edit privacy, public. There we go. All right. So, once again, incredible evening, everyone. I am Shakia, the professor of Honestly Speaking, HSC 365, Soloholics Anonymous, 365 Creative Academy. Those are all of our platforms to teach you guys so many different things in the creative space and about running a creative business. In this video, we're going to take it back to some basics in Silhouette Studio, but I also figured I would take the opportunity to also show you guys the difference in tracing in Silhouette Studio versus Cricut Design Space. So if you are someone who is using Cricut Design Space, or maybe you're used to using that, and now you want to cross over to learning how to use Silhouette Studio, this is a video that just might help you understand how you would normally do something in Cricut Design Space, and then how you would do those same tasks in Silhouette Studio and be able to translate the difference in the terminology and the steps. If this is something that you are interested in, go ahead, stick around. Give this video a thumbs up before we get too deep into it so that you don't get so engaged in this and you're loving it and you forget to like the video. So go ahead, give this video a thumbs up. And also make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. All right, I'm going to do Silhouette first. It's a little bit easier in Silhouette. So we're going to go ahead and knock this out in Silhouette Studio first. And then we're going to do Cricut Design Space, okay? All right. So as you can see here, this is an image that has a black background around it. This question was posted in a group and they wanted to know how to make the truck a dark gray and make the wheels, like have the wheels stay white. It's going, I believe she said it's going to go on a tumbler. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that and how easy it is in Silhouette Studio. Silhouette Studio loves black, absolutely loves black. There are technically two ways that you can trace this. I'm going to just make a duplicate. And on this one, what I'm going to do is come over here to the image effects. It looks like a little, like a black and white cookie. Is what I call it. It's like a split cookie. You're going to come here to the other icon that looks like a split cookie. And you're going to click on that. That is your inversion. So because this is straight up black and white, we're going to slide it all the way to the right, and it is going to flip the colors. All right. This would be the easier one to trace. However, I will show you how to trace it because sometimes it won't just be black and white and the inversion may not work. So On a simplified version where you have a white background and a black image, you're going to go to the trace, which is the one right above that. We're going to go select trace area, place our box around it. Again, Silhouette Studio absolutely loves black. So there's really nothing to do here because it's a fairly good resolution image. We don't have to change our scale. We don't have to really change our threshold for this. All you do now is hit trace. Then you're going to click on the original and move it out of the way. Now, for the one that is black and white, it's going to be pretty much the same thing. We're going to click on the trace tool, place our box around it. It is, again, going to pick up on all of those black areas, but it's now reversed to where it was before. We're going to hit trace. Click on the original and move it out of the way. So technically, these two images look exactly the same when there's no color. One just looks like it has a box around it. But if you select them and fill them with color, you'll notice that the one on the left looks exactly like the original. There's still a black box around it. It's not filled in with white because that area is transparent. We're looking at the gray of my design area. The other one does not have one, and the actual truck and wheels are black. For this one, we're going to click Release Compound Path. Everything will release. Areas that were open will fill in. If you desire to have those be different colors, you can do that at this point. I can click on the window and I can make just that part gray. I can click on the lights. Well, let's make it not gray, let's make it orange. I can click on the grill here and make it orange. So you can change those colors if you want. You can make this, a darker gray, okay? The person that wanted to know how to do this just wanted the top half to be gray. So we will select the wheels. So I'm going to click away from it. I'm going to drag and select across. You're going to get what's called, I like to call them marching ants. We're going to come up to right before we touch actually, we're going to go up a little bit more. Because this is beginners, we're going to stop right here. Right before we touch the truck, let go. Then you want to hold down Shift and click on any parts of the tire that are not selected. So I'm going to zoom in. So that means on this side, I'm going to hold down Shift and click, click, click. Let go of Shift. A keyboard shortcut for Silhouette Studio is to use your space bar. It allows you to pan around the screen without zooming back out. So we're going to hold down the space bar, move this over. So on this side, we have 3 as well. Hold down Shift again, click, 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 let go of Shift. I'm going to zoom back out. I have just the wheels selected. You can see by me changing the colors, just the wheels are selected. Put your mouse over one of those elements of the wheels. Right click and group it together. Then you're going to put your mouse above the image again, left click on your mouse, drag it, you'll get the marching ants, bring it all the way over the truck, and you can even cover up some of the wheels, touch some of the wheels. Now, hold down Shift, click on the wheel, doesn't matter which side because they're grouped together. You now only have the truck selected. Right click, make it a compound path. Now it removes all of the background, like all of the little areas, those are now removed. But this person is going to put this on a tumbler. So if you were to do this step, and let's say for a 20-ounce tumbler, we're going to make this a 9.35 by 8.125. And we're going to make it black. Send it to the back. And I'm going to shrink this down. Once I have things filled with color, I like to remove the line color because I can see it a little bit better. And let's make the wheels, because she asked for the wheels to remain white. So like this, the background of it, you're going to see black, or whatever color you make this background, it is going to show through the parts of this truck. If you don't want them to be white, we don't want it to be the color of the truck, and you want those areas to really be white, you're going to have to do an additional step. So if we come back down here, we right click and release compound path. You're going to hold down shift, click on the side mirrors, click on the main part of the truck and the grill part, or the bottom part here. Everything else, you're going to make it a compound path. Before I make it a compound path, I want you to see what I have selected. So we're going to click on white. Everything is filled in with white. Put your mouse over any of those white areas and make it a compound path. Click on the background of the truck, hold down shift, click on the side mirrors, make that black. I'm sorry, she wanted it to be a dark gray. Although I don't recommend using the grays in Silhouette Studio. I do not recommend using the grays in Silhouette Studio. I'm just using this for tutorial purposes. If you are wanting to do sublimation, the best thing for you to do, which I'm looking for my tumbler, which I don't see it, is to use color charts. You want to use color charts for sublimation, especially when working in Silhouette Studio, so that you can get an accurate gray. Or find an image that is gray. Okay, sorry. My husband left and the little one's here. But again, I don't recommend that you use the color palette in Silhouette Studio, because you're not going to get an accurate gray. One of the things that you can do is, like, I did some testing before. Like, I have this image as like Mickey Mouse and like flags and all that stuff. You can select, like, find an image that has a good gray in it and sample it and fill it in. I'm going to just leave this as the gray from the color palette. But again, I do not recommend that you use any of the colors in the default color palette for Silhouette when you are printing out or submitting, because your colors will appear totally off. All right, so she wanted that to be a gray. She wanted the wheels to be white. We're going to select everything and group it together, not make it a compound path again. Group it together. We're going to click on this. I always like to remove the line color, shrink it down, place it here, and then fill it in the background with black. Now, if you're not wanting your windows and things like that to be white and you want to play around with the colors, you're going to do that. Like, you're going to ungroup it. Well, ungroup it, release compound path on just the white, and then you'll play around with those. That's a totally separate video. And don't want to get too deep into it. I'm just trying to show you guys the basic. That gets into more of like how knowing what to click on and what to make a compound path and whatnot. So that one is a little bit more of a detailed video. Now, for this one, it is somewhat the same, but we have this box. So what you'll have to do to get this to work the same way as the other one is to right click, release compound path. You're going to click off of the trace. Click on the black box and hit delete. We are now back to the same way we had the first one when we release compound path. So we're going to drag and select up to right before we get to the truck. Hold down shift, click, 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 click. So now all of the wheels are selected. Group them together. Now for the top half, you're going to follow the same things that I just did, because now this is exactly like that one. Whether you want the background filled in, if you want it to be open, or if you want it to be filled in with white, if you want it to be different colors, now is where you would go ahead and do those things, because each part of this you can select and change. For now, though, I'm just going to select it all, hold down shift, click on the tires, right click, and make it a compound path. Remove the line color. Send this to the back. Just going to make it so you can see it. Group it. Wait, let's see. Let's group it. Shrink it down. And then she was adding text and things like that. So you can see, once you have this done, you can change this to whatever color you want. Oh, wait, let's ungroup this. I'm going to go up here, change this to whatever color I want, change my wheels. I'm sorry, y'all, my son. Yes, son. He wanted me to throw something in the garbage. He's nothing like my 10-year-old. He actually cleans up. So this can be now changed to whatever color you want. The wheels can be made to whatever color you want them to be as well. Add your text to it. Be able to print it out for your Tumblr. So that's how you do it in Silhouette Studio. I'm going to show you the difference in doing it in Cricut Design Space. So we're going to come over to Cricut Design Space. We're going to go upload image, browse. I'm going to go to downloads because I think that's where it should be, or it might be in pictures. Actually just did it. So let's go to quick access and Toyota truck. We're going to click here. I always choose complex, just me. Continue. Now you want to remove the black around it. I personally have never used Cricut's remove background because that's something that's new. And you have to have the Cricut subscription or the Cricut access to do it. So we're not going to worry about that. What I'm going to do is come down here to manual. And we're going to click on that. And we're going to click within the black areas. Now, my head is blocking it. I don't even know if I can move my head, so I'm just going to remove myself. If you go to more options, or we're going to first undo this. So if you go to more options, you can increase your tolerance. So I'm going to, actually, I think it's for this, it will be decrease. Let's see. No, I want to increase it. So I'm going to increase this to 50. And then select. So I still have a little bit of like the black left behind, but because we're going to contour this, it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to try and take this up to like 75 and then click. So you would have to go through this and click in all the areas that are black. So for this Toyota symbol on the outside of it, inside here, here, and target all of those areas, right? And then you're going to apply and continue. You want to save this as a cut image, upload. We're going to click on that, bring that into the canvas. And I like to, so that I make sure that they are lined up. What I like to do is make sure that I put it in the same position. So I'm going to duplicate, but I'm going to move this to 0.5, 0.5, and this one was also to 0.5 because that's where the other one was. On this first one, we're going to go to contour. And we're going to remove the contours of the wheels. So I'm going to click here. I'm just going to click on all of those and remove the contours. Uh-oh. All right, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, there you go. So you can see this is a lot of individual clicking that you would have to do. And if someone uses Cricut and there's a better way and I'm missing a step, let me know. And we're going to exit out of that. So now all I have left, technically right now, is the top of the truck. So now I'm going to click on the wheels again because I deleted them from the first time. Now I know that I'm clicking on the second one, or I can click it on in the layers panel. I'm going to go back to contour. Now we have to take away all these contours as well. So what you can do is hide all contours, right? Then you're just going to bring back the wheels. So we didn't have to click on the actual truck. We're, and try and click all of those pieces. So you hide all contour. Now you're able to click on the parts of the tires. Oh, come on. Once we have all of those selected, the actual background of the truck is still, or the car is still selected. So I'm going to click on that to remove that. And so now you'll see the difference where it was all black. You can see that over in the corner. We click on that. It's now removed. We have just the wheels. We're going to exit out. So now you have your wheels and you have your truck. Now, if you're wanting to isolate the colors and things like that for that, you would have to make another duplicate of this, of the top portion, and then remove the contours for that. So here, this is again at 0.5, 0.5. So we would duplicate it. And I'm going to move it back to 0.5 and 0.5. I'm going to go to contour. I'm going to go to hide all contours and exit out. On this one, we're going to go to contour. And we're going to click on the background and exit out. Now for this one, the color can be changed and then pushed to the top layer. So now that is filled in with color. So you can see how and then if you want to even break that down even more and have the lights be one color, the little bar at the bottom be one, you'll have to go through your contours and your contours and your contours and your contours. But that is the difference between tracing in Silhouette Studio and tracing. Most people don't consider this to be tracing in Cricut Design Space. So this is why you might be confused when you're going into Silhouette Studio, because you may not consider that to be tracing. You remove the background, which is the same as tracing it in Silhouette Studio. And then all of this part, as far as contouring, is your release compound path, make compound path, group it, selecting, and all those different things. Difference in Silhouette Studio is you are able to drag and select multiple items versus doing just one item. All right. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. If you are in my if you are in my bachelor's program, I am going to show you how to change the colors, like for the grill, to make the outside of the lights a different color. So I'm going to show you guys how to customize this completely. So you guys will get a bonus video. Those who are in the any of the bachelor's, master's, or doctorate program, it's going to be under your what is it called? The Y, I think it is, or extended. One of those. I'll send you guys the direct link of exactly which platform it's under, but I'm going to go through the rest of this and post this video there for you guys. Hopefully this video has been helpful for you guys. If it was, give this video a thumbs up. If you're watching the playback of it, let me know this was helpful for you. Once you have accomplished it, you can come back and let me know. What I will do is, if you are on Facebook and you want to try this and follow along with me, in my Facebook group, Silhouettes Anonymous, Silhouette Help, I will place this image and pin it to feature. That way you can go and download it and you can follow along and practice tracing yourself. If you have not visited our website, hsinc365.com, we are the home of the Change the Game sublimation paper, honestly speaking paper, that allows you to sublimate as low as 365 degrees, as fast as 30 seconds. We have sublimation ink. We also have pigment ink if you wanted to make this into a sticker or a print and cut. You want to do it with Jet Pro 3G or printable transfers. We also sell pigment ink. And if you are interested in any of our classes, you can go to that website as well, hsinc365. Go to the 365 Creative Academy collection and see the classes that we have available. Right now, our bachelor's program is closed for enrollment. You cannot enroll, but we do have some Essentials of Silhouette Studio classes and some beginner classes and some graduation, all things graduation and learning how to design them in Silhouette Studio. A lot of classes are in the pipeline. So be sure to follow us on all social media platforms, get on our mailing list so that you are aware whenever we release new classes. All right, guys, until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Also, I'm sorry, one more thing. If you're watching via YouTube, I cannot reply back to your comments in the if you're posting right now in the live feed. So what I need for you to do is come back and post your questions, if you have any, in the actual comment section so that I can reply back. If you're watching over on Facebook, I will go through the comments and reply back to any of you guys who have questions. All right. Once again, until next time, have a great one. Peace.